We have no idea who was doing the whipping, but even so, they weren't really making much of an effort. If anything, that would seem more annoying than painful. Maybe we should be grateful.
That mad doctor must be stopped. I must escape this place. But wait. This hand may just be small enough to slip through the shackle.
Nicely done. But now what? What about the other hand? Oh, hi there. We have a friend.
Someone's lowering a key, maybe to unlock my shackle. But who is it? Who is helping me? There must be a way out of here!
So, what's your name? And how long have you been down here for? We aren't getting back up the stairs, but there is a grate here.
I must escape this place now!
As you can see here, we have two different tunnels. The one on the left is one that we cannot return from once we go through. While saying that, the one on the right is the same. And I get the idea of this game is to explore and get lost and figure everything out in a natural and logical way, but we don't have time for that. If we take the right tunnel, it will take us back to the secret passageways behind the cupboard in the bedroom. And there is no way back from that, as I said a few moments ago, so we would have to come all the way back here. We need to go left. And you can see here again we have two more tunnels we can go down. Can we return this way? No, we can't. As you can see, it's quite high off the ground and we cannot seem to climb. We can return from both of these passageways. Let's go down this way first. This isn't the way that we need to go, but I can at least show you where it leads to. We are in the courtyard. More specifically, we are in a garden that is near the hedge maze that we saw. There isn't anything that we can do here right now, but it does look quite nice. And here is the exit, which we will not take right now. We'll go back down the hole. Mainly because I know where I am going from that direction. And we are now in the maze. I will try to make this look as seamlessly as possible, but there is a chance I may get lost. There are 3 hotspots we need to find. The first one is here. Thank you very much. The maze is quite big, but we only need to go to where the hotspots are. Right, the next one is, I believe, along this way.
That plant looks beautiful and dangerous.
Beautiful? Well, I guess we all have our own preferences.
I might want to take this with me.
Oh, okay, yes. Did this plant eat a gardener? Alright, let's move along before it decides we are the next meal. The third and final hotspot is, I believe, and I hope, right around this corner. There we go.
There is no way through there. If only I could cut through the vines.
Well, luckily we have come prepared. I believe that this opens up a shortcut, which we will see a bit later on. Oh look, we have a panel here with a map of the solar system. Before we engage in it, let's take a look around. Interesting, there is a pole here which seems to have a lever on it. Okay, let's start with this puzzle. And again, I may not be doing things in a logical and natural order, but there is a reason behind that. Mainly down to saving some time. We are going to start with door number 4. Now let's explore this puzzle before I start solving it. Under these panels, we have 4 different elements, which I will go through momentarily. We also have numbered panels up below these. And you may have guessed that these correspond to the doors themselves. Now we need to work out which element goes with which door. The clues were in their locations, so the first one that we saw was on a fireplace. So that should correspond with fire. The second one we found on top of the tower, where it was quite windy. I guess the kites was a big clue. The third one we found on a water feature. Not that one. And the fourth one we found, I believe, on the base of a tree, which I'm guessing would have something to do with height. Now all that we need to do is we need to match the planets to the engravings, which can be a little bit tricky. I believe that is it. So once we have matched everything up, we need to pull this lever. And that sound means it has worked.
Some sort of mausoleum. I wonder if the doctor has desecrated his own relatives in the name of his science.
It looks more like some sort of ancient library. I mean, these look like they are too small to be tombs. Now this puzzle annoyed the hell out of me when I was doing my practice run because I did not know it was actually a puzzle. There we go. So this spider runs back and forth. And we have lots of paperwork here. So when you try to look at this paperwork, nothing happens. I thought this game was glitching on me because as you can see this spider keeps disappearing. And these pieces of paper are very important. And I was stuck here for probably more time than I would like to admit. Until I actually realised this was a puzzle. As what we need to do here is we need to open the skull. The spider climbs in and then we trap it. I mean, there is some logic behind it, I guess, but still. Anyway, I'll stop complaining. Let's continue on. We have lots to read. Today, the combination lock for my lab arrived. I am sure it will keep anyone from entering my lab. Now that I am rested and have had time to gather my thoughts, I have doubts as to whether I really needed to go to such elaborate precaution. Regardless, the lock is now installed and can be opened only by this combination. This does not look like the planetarium puzzle. So we need to make a note of this combination here. But thankfully we can take this with us. Dear Dr. Frankenstein, let me be blunt. I am aware of your activities, and although I am not one to quibble about morality, I find your recent acquisition of a certain body reprehensible. You are delving into areas that should not concern you. Whether Philip Wirren was put to death for crimes real or imagined is not the issue here. The fact that I held his fate in my hands should concern you, for I have that sort of power, and will not be trifled with. Let this serve as a warning to you. Leave well enough alone. Judge Rothenbush.
Very interesting. The doctor was released from Pasteur Institute some time ago, where I was schooled. That's why he looks so familiar. But he has aged so much. Could it have been him? Yes. He's been affecting my life for years and I didn't even know it. That madman will pay for what he has done.
Oh dear, so they actually know each other. And why has Dr. Frankenstein aged so much? When questioned, Frankenstein bluntly said a body is a body, whether it is a miner killed in England or a pauper found on the side of the road. What does it matter? They are dead. Nice guy.
Why would the doctor have clippings of missing children? He must have had something to do with the death of my Gabrielle.
Wow, we have some more plot device. So Gabrielle was murdered, and there has been a spate of missing children. Authorities are now treating the cases as possible abductions. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't really know how these kind of people operate, but surely if you're going to kidnap many children in a short amount of time, that's going to raise some suspicions. As I suspected, the refined lifestone dissolves readily in nitric acid. Once dissolved, it can be pounded into the special glass and metal containment vessels. Perhaps the most ingenious device I have developed is the crystallizer. By placing one of these special liquid-filled vessels into the crystallizer, it can be spun at a very high speed, so the liquid inside becomes pressurized. Then, when struck repeatedly with high voltage from a ceiling-mounted electrode, this pressurized liquid should crystallize into a usable limestone crystal. The high voltage required to operate the crystallizer is being stored in a coil in a refinery. This will work for now, although it is inconvenient having it run back and forth to turn it on. 80 volts should crystallize limestone. Okay. This seems very important.
What's this? This is... Oh my lord. This note. This handwriting. Looks familiar. I knew it. This note is in my handwriting. This is the same letter I wrote to the man who funded my research. It was the doctor. This man will pay for this. It was he who funded my research which led to the fatal explosion. My poor wife. She was innocent. She didn't have to die. But he must.
Oh dear. July 3rd. I have again failed in isolating the active ingredients that regenerate skin tissue. My colleagues do not understand. They think me a fool for pursuing my work. I can hear their whispers when I pass by and feel their contemptuous looks. There must be a way to regenerate tissue. August 23rd. After 3 days, I have unwrapped the bandages from subject B. The tissue on the arm that I treated with the batch of number 4 has had no effect, and the wound is now gangrenous. I fear that amputation of the arm is now the only course left if I am to save his life. August 26th. Today I treated a farmer who had caught his arm in a piece of farm equipment. A large portion of his skin on his forearm is missing completely. I have applied batch number 7 of the electroprotein cream to his arm. I have hopes that it will regenerate his skin tissue. Time will tell. August 29th. Another failure. Am I pursuing a fool's quest? Is the regeneration of tissue merely a dream? Is the regeneration of tissue merely a dream? I am despondent. I sink deeper into depression. My funds are almost gone. What will happen when I run out of money? I have begun lecturing at the university again. The stimulation that I have received from young, intuitive minds keeps my own mind challenged. There is one student whose research I find truly brilliant. He is raw and reminds me of my own youthful zeal and energy. And yet Professor Sturgis contends he is lazy and undisciplined. I believe the brilliance of the student's work simply cannot be grasped by one so mediocre as the professor.
Notes about my research on the electric protein cream. He based Energy L on my research.
Oh, so Dr. Frankenstein is plagiarizing you. What is the bigger crime here? Anyway, I read an intriguing paper on the student's experiments, whereby electricity is used to stimulate accelerated growth. Whereby electricity is used to stimulate accelerated growth in upper epidermis tissue. This remarkable concept is ahead of its time. I think it may be applicable to my own work. Lesson plan, Tuesday, March 14th. Lecture on cell analysis utilizing microscopes. Lab work, microscopy to aid in the cell rejuvenation. Lesson plan, Thursday, March 23rd. Lecture on theories of human tissue reconstruction.
My wife.
Oh dear. I have noticed a young woman of exquisite beauty named Elizabeth W., which I'm guessing is Elizabeth Warren. She is in several of my classes and we have had very stimulating conversations. She has an agile mind and, if I am not mistaken, is returning my flirtations. Ooh. I must be careful. I believe she is married. She makes me feel so young again. So what happened to Philip's wife? Is she in the castle right now? Is she helping us out? Receipt of sale. I acknowledge the purchase and receipt of 25 cc's of human spinal fluid. Signed, Philip Warren. Date 5th of February 1876. Dr. Philip Warren, thank you for your patronage. Vladimir. Okay, we are done here. That was quite a lot to read through.
I must find him. He stole everything from me. My wife, my child, my work. The doctor must pay.
I'm sure that he will pay. Okay, now we need to go through doorway number 3. This is nowhere even close. This may be it. There we go. Right, we have another smallish maze. Which I may have messed up with already. Okay, it was only a small mess up. We are now all the way through. I believe that this is the melting chamber. We have another Tesla coil right here, which we cannot do much with. This is a shortcut through one of the other doors, which we will not go through just yet. I don't believe there is anything we can do here. There are plenty of books, but there's not much to read. Dear Dr. Frankenstein, I have completed your refinery controls. I am turning over to you as you requested of me. The final sketches of my work. I have never seen a furnace capable of operating at such high temperatures. I can't imagine what you are planning to do with it. I don't want to know. I laboured long and hard for you and expect to be paid for my services immediately. Yours truly, G. Schoppenberg, maybe? Schoppenberg? Alright, I guess this will be quite important. I have mastered the process of maintaining the proper level of pitch blending mixture in the vat. Pitch blend. This allows me to only need to add water and acid to the mixing vat in order to add conductivity to the pitch blend and create the limestone crystal. Once again, I have demonstrated my superior talents in chemical and mechanical productions. Okay. That is all that we need to do in here. It looks like we have controls here as well. We do not need to use this just yet, but I'm sure we will return later on. For now, let's head back to the planetarian room. No, not that way. This way.